So in my previous video, I mentioned the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. Now it sounds like something that the all-powerful Great Britain would never need, right? Well, we have ended up needing it in the past. And if we do need it again, like economists are predicting, you'll end up feeling it in your wallet, in your job, and in your public services. So what is it? Well, the International Monetary Fund is a global lender of last resort. It's based in Washington and it's run by 190 member countries. It steps in when countries can't pay their bills and it offers emergency loans, but they do have strings attached. So those strings include austerity, tax hikes, spending cuts, and even selling off national assets. It is not a charity, it is a conditional rescue. So I mentioned earlier the UK used the IMF in 1976. So inflation hits at 25%, the pound collapsed, and we ended up needing to borrow £3.9 billion. And it came with tough conditions and national embarrassments. So you might remember as well, Greece in 2010, they borrowed $289 billion. In return, pensions were slashed, taxes soared, youth unemployment hit 60%, families even emigrated. It wasn't just numbers, it was lives unravelled. So how do we avoid that fate here? Well, we have to start making principled choices right now. So for example, stopping illegal immigration, that would save £8 million a day. Restricting benefits to non-citizens, that would save about £12 billion a year. And if we scrapped the net zero madness, that would cut energy costs for you and I, but it would also bring back jobs and manufacturing, which we are really struggling with here. That means there's more jobs, and more people with work means fewer benefits, and it means then we get to shrink that welfare state naturally rather than enforcing it. So we also need to think about being more strict on foreign aid, which could save a few billion. And we need to encourage aspiration. We need to back British businesses. And when we do that, it grows wealth and tax revenue. So we don't need the IMF. We need courage. We need clarity. We need common sense. And we need a government that is brave enough to fix it before we do need to go begging to the IMF with our cap in our hand. So what do you think we could do to save more money from that big tax bill that we have? Thank you.